I'm Charlie, and welcome back to another New Age DFS Champions League preview.
Got a very interesting two-game slate here where we have Man City Sporting and Real Madrid PSG. Man City are 5-0 up and minus 800 favorites. We're going to go over to FOTMob here to see the projected lineups because SofaScore is so wrong. So first thing we notice is that got all bums here, you know?
No bums.
I mean, half these guys would be starting at other world-class teams, but, I mean, you don't see the De Bruynes, the Mahrez. You're not going to see Kyle Walker. So, I mean, the City really don't have any defenders as it is with Stones and not Stones, Diaz and Ake both out for a while. So, I don't know if Ederson's going to be the free 10 this time, but the sets in this team would be Gundogan. Maybe Bernardo would take a few short.
Zinchenko might take a couple too.
Yeah, we saw what happened with Bernardo last time he played this team, but
yeah,
if he does it again, then whatever. But I like Gundogan here for sure. Sporting sets would be Sarabia, maybe Porro, or maybe Santos, but Sarabia for sure will have majority.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is all meaningless if Mahrez or De Bruyne is in. But if it's this lineup, Gundogan, forget it.
I mean, we've seen Pep just against Peterborough throw out everybody out there. So, I mean, 5-0 up, who knows? Maybe De Bruyne, Mahrez, and all this is, And then the next game we got Real Madrid, PSG. Very tight game. Real Madrid are slight, if you want to call them favorites, at plus 145. Down 1-0 on aggregate. They're projected as Toni Kroos in there. He'd be splitting with Asensio in this team. Interesting to see that they have Nacho at left back. I would assume him and Alaba would be switched, right?
Yes.
Because Casemiro and Ferland Mendy are suspended. If this is the team, though, I don't know. I don't want Kroos if he's going to be sitting in that spot. I think him and Valverde might be switched to or something, but then sets for PSG. Neymar has been taking more than Messi, at least crossing more than Messi, but Messi should take some, and maybe Mbappe a nod one. Yeah. So not the best slate in terms of set pieces, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So let's check the pricing forward. I mean, it's interesting because you see Mahrez, he's not going to play. Sterling is supposed to play at 10 too. I mean,
rested at the weekend, something to prove.
I'd rather have Sterling than anybody in the PSG game, even though they're already up 5-0.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be similar to Bayern today, and they'll still just hammer them.
Mbappe and Messi are next. Messi has been kind of goal contribution reliant, which we're not used to, at least in the league.
I mean, not last
game, but in the league, he's been very goal contribution reliant.
Yeah, and now Real Madrid are chasing too, so PSG are less likely to kind of have the same game flow they had last game.
Like, I'd rather have Mbappe than Messi, because if PSG are scoring, it's probably Mbappe on the counter.
Yeah.
Foden's not supposed to play. I would like him if he's playing. Benzema, I think Benzema might be like the best option on the whole slate. As bad as I know, he's not a huge favorite, but I mean, if Real Madrid are going to win, Benzema has to score. That's how I see it.
Yes, I agree with you. I don't know if I go him over the City guys though, but he's probably my favorite ceiling play, I'd say.
Vinnie Junior next. He's been kind of
cold in the recently.
I mean, he has to they have to have a big game. I mean, this is both of their seasons on the line, because pretty much both have their leagues won. So, you're focusing everything on this game. Bernardo, if you're paying $8,000 for Bernardo tomorrow, man,
he's been hot.
He had one good game.
He was good in the league last game too.
No Bernardo for me. If he wants to get a hat trick, let him get a hat trick. I mean, so next we go down to Neymar, and he's cheap. He's really, really, really cheap compared to the other guys. I mean, 7,300. It's been horrible in Champions League, but this is Neymar. If you're playing Neymar, though, you want Real Madrid to score, I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
I think if you're playing any PSG, you're wanting Real Madrid to score.
Mm-hmm.
And Neymar 7,300, you have to assume he's going to be popular. I don't know.
It'll be very chalky, I think.
But would you rather play Jesus over Neymar?
No, I'd say I don't really like Jesus that much personally. He just doesn't see, even when they win big, he usually doesn't. You'll see him with like 1 assist when they win 4-0. It's not really worth.
He's interesting though. I mean, he's on the minus. On paper, you'd rather, if the dude was 7,300 that wasn't named Neymar, you're picking Jesus at a minus 800 favorite over him without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Next, we got Asensio. I don't mind Asensio, 6,100.
I don't mind him either. They're chasing the game, share set pieces.
He's been pretty good too, but I just never pick him. Regardless, I don't like him. He's burned me each way too many times. Next, man, it's bad.
No one. Rodrigo, I saw. He's okay if he's in.
I mean, we got these. We saw Slimani. I mean, sure. Old man Slimani. But other than that, I mean, if you're forward, you're probably having a City piece, Sterling or Jesus, based on projecteds, and either like Benzema, Bernardo, Neymar,
Asensio.
Jesus. Yeah, Asensio.
One of these guys.
Yeah. At least one City piece, though.
Yeah.
Midfielder. So obviously De Bruyne is not supposed to play. We'll see if he actually doesn't, because Pep gonna Pep.
Yeah.
And next is Gundogan, and I think he's just a free square if that's the predicted
if no
lineup.
De Bruyne, go Gundo, no matter what else.
It's pretty much just a cheaper version of De Bruyne at this point when he's in that lineup. So I'd like him a lot. Next is Grilish. I think another guy you can go to also. I'd rather play Grilish at 7K than Cruz at 64.
Yeah, I agree with you, for sure.
That's just because we're Cruz haters, because he's just
I mean, he always gets there, but he's coming back from an injury, and he's not even been playing 90 that often. I know he last game, but he's been getting subbed quite more than you'd think he would.
It's a hamstring injury too, so like if you're going to be tilting if he gets subbed in the 20th minute, because you've been seeing a lot of these injuries and you're doomed. So I'm assuming Cruz would be popular, though he always is.
Yeah, I mean,
chasing.
He'll get an 8 or a 7 or 8 probably, but
they're chasing.
How much City win by? Yeah, they are chasing.
That's the only good thing about him. If they were winning 1-0, I wouldn't even think about him. But since
if Asensio isn't in too, I think he's a lot more appealing.
Yeah, I think at that point, then you play Cruz if there's no Asensio at all. Next, man, Pote. I don't think he's in projected.
He's injured.
Yeah, so he's not going to play. I'd be interested if he was playing. Sarabia, I'm still kind of interested in. I mean, they have nothing to play for, but...
Yeah, and City, everyone knows, City's just going to keep the ball. Like, they don't get one goal on the counter, and if he doesn't score, he's not going to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, this is tough. This is tough because you don't always see a team up 5-0, and then you got two teams that are just so even. It's going to be a fun game to watch, not a fun DFS game. Verratti next. He's a little overpriced. Modric, GPP.
Unless Kroos is out. If Kroos doesn't play, then Modric is 100%.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But if
he saw on the weekend, he had like 25 points in their league game with no Kroos in. Set pieces and just a good player.
Next, Valverde, GPP. All these guys are horrible. I mean,
GPP or last man in, like they're cheap enough there where whoever fits.
I mean, none of these guys are must plays. The only must play is Gundogan. I think then the next decision is: do you want to play a forward eligible guy or do you just go Grilish or Cruz?
Yeah.
Next, we got the loaded position of defender. Oof.
Yeah, look at all that amounts.
Wow. I mean, this is just poof. Man, you're struggling to find two guys you want to click. I think I mean, he loves
Zinchenko's
these.
the guy if he's
Yeah,
his.
and he
He's
likes
good.
these kind of games.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing to play for, but he's been good. Like, he is a good DFS player. You don't really see that he actually has a floor as a wingback for City.
Yeah. I think he's almost court worthy if all the projected lineups are right. And there's just the fullbacks are really bad. Other than him. Yeah.
Hakimi, I think Hakimi has to play. There's no way he can't play for this PSG team. They need him. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I like him. Carvajal was getting burned all of last game. If they're chasing, though, I do like him a
Yeah, I like
lot.
him too. He was good. He got an assist during the weekend. Like he's gonna be crossing the ball into Benzema, and like if they connect for a goal, you don't want them two together.
Yeah, I think for sure right now it was Zinchenko and Carvajal, their two best defender plays. Nuno Mendes, he seems to like get there. We don't know how, but he gets there.
Tackles, interceptions.
Pedro Porro, he actually still gets there. Even against City, he got 9. So I do like
Yeah,
him. Slim chance he could be on penalties. We've seen it.
it'll be Sarabia.
Slim chance. Maybe Sarabia's out or something. John Stones, if he's playing right back, I mean, he's really not a right. He doesn't get forward when he's at right back, anyways. So, I don't know. You're hoping for the
No
clean
difference
sheet.
in a center back, basically.
Alaba. So if we see this lineup, and you have to assume Alaba's where Nacho is, you hope it actually shows up like this because everyone will just play Nacho instead of Alaba, like we saw before. And Alaba's like a really good play if he's playing left back.
Yes.
You have to watch the formation though, because he could burn you at
Yeah.
center back. But if he's at left back, like, he is such a good play.
Yeah.
Porte, we'll see if he plays because they have no center backs. I think this is the guy who's in projected. Mbete, I mean, clean sheet or bust. Other than that, I mean, Marquinhos can always show up with a goal.
Yeah, he's
Pair him
cheap
with
too.
with a set piece.
Neymar
Reese,
or Messi.
yeah, Reese can just. I'm glad he's gone because
I don't think you'll need to go down to these guys too much if the projected lineups are to be believed. Like they'll be cheap enough guys that you don't need to punt this far down.
I don't think salary matters too much here.
Yeah.
Now, if we see De Bruyne, Mahrez,
then you're gonna start to watch your pockets a little bit.
Finally, the goalkeeper position is just the most tilting. I mean, I cored Handanovic. He gives up 2 goals. I don't play Handanovic today. He keeps a clean sheet. You don't play Cone. He gets 14. You play Cone. He gets -10. So, what are we doing here tomorrow?
I like Donnarumma and I like Courtois. I think you play a goalkeeper from that game most likely. I think it'll probably be another tight game similar to the first leg where we saw Courtois just absolutely nuke. And I think that we could get similar game flow for Donnarumma this game, just them swapped since now Madrid are at home and chasing.
If you're looking for upside, you're definitely picking a goalie in Real Madrid. Ederson has literally 0 upside.
You're taking a 10. Like you're just assuming the other game's 1-1 if you're playing Ederson.
Yep, you're paying 5,900 for a 10. So you can do that for what you will. I mean, I don't think you can play a Don, right?
I think you can. Like it's really hard just because you don't know how City's gonna really line up and you don't know how hard they're gonna be trying to score.
Just the goalkeepers, just I really am lost for words when it comes to this goalkeeper position. I mean, on paper, Donnarumma should be the guy to go to, right?
Yes, Real Madrid aren't crazy high scoring. Like they're chasing, they're gonna try to score, but like they don't really like unless Benzema scores like a hat trick. I don't really see Donnarumma doing that bad.
I don't see a path where both fail. Like even if it ends 1-1, like you're expecting both goalies to have a shot on to have saves.
Yeah,
But yeah,
for sure.
Definitely not the prettiest of slates. We'll have it covered. If Discord's down or something, we'll post on our Patreon and alert you guys on Twitter. Make sure you guys follow that in the description. Got Europa League tomorrow. We'll be covering that. Have a golf video coming out later, so make sure you guys check that out too. and we'll see you guys for the weekend.
Peace.
Bye.